Well, if you are outdoors for any length of time, you probably noticed the winds that are blowing. Look at this. They're still in about 27, 30 miles an hour right about now, all coming up out of the south. So it's rather blustery out there. And of course, wind at that speed, and of course, low humidities that we had over the weekend put us into fire danger. And we do have red flag warnings up for today. Your temperatures, well, they're going to be hovering in spring-like temperatures. We're looking at 80 tomorrow, 83 Wednesday, and probably just a little bit of a cool down, okay? What else can I call it? The temperature will drop a little bit as a north wind comes in there on Thursday, but we stay basically fairly above normal for this time of the year. The red flag warnings are for all the counties out to the west of us. They're a little bit drier than we are, but we're also dry. In fact, we are in a drought. We are considered to be in a mild drought by the drought monitor. And for tonight, all this area in light orange there is basically a high wind advisory, but out here it's a high fire danger. And so pretty much anybody, here's Victoria County, from Beeville all the way out, it just continues to be very gusty, very dry, and of course that puts us in a problem. So far so good for us here in the Crossroads. You guys have been really good at making sure no fires take off. Humidity again dropped over the weekend. Right now you'll notice that we're in the 30 to 40% range along the coast, but obviously in the teens on the other side of San Antonio, where the dry air is really parked itself. You can see right about there. Oh, look at that, 7% humidity in Rock Springs and 8% in Del Rio. That's arid dry. So obviously anything that takes off like a fire is a problem. Now I wanted to show you, this is the Texas fire map according to the Forest Service, and you can see we've got these little dots. Well, here's 1, 2, 3 dots in the hill country of big wildfires that took off over the weekend that are still active, okay? Also down to the west of Corpus Christi, out near Alice, and farther out in Duval County, 2 active fires right now, and 3 down in Hidalgo County, down in the Rio Grande Valley. So we do have active fires happening. We just don't want any to be occurring, in our neighborhood, because that's up to us, and that's why I'm congratulating you for making sure that things don't take off on us. There you see the strong gusty winds coming up out of the south. They'll be blustery all day tonight and tomorrow, and possibly for the next 7 days. I'll tell you why, because it's a matter of which way it's going to blow. Right now it's all coming up from the south because high pressure is over the Gulf and everything's streaming up into these storm centers. Now, the stormy weather tonight is in the northeast and moving away, so they're going to get a little bit of a break. But this is the next big weather maker, and fortunately for us, it's going to be traveling a little to the northwest and then across the plains. So it's basically too far south. We are too far south from it to have any significant weather problems. But even when that frontal system passes through here, it's not going to do anything because we don't have any moisture to deal with. So we are so dry. Looking at a low tonight of about 60 degrees. Tomorrow we're getting up to about 80, while we are in the 80s, 90s in San Antonio, 95 along the U.S. border there. Well, the outlook for tomorrow in Port Lavaca is looking good. Pretty nice day if you don't mind the wind there. We're looking at gusts out of the south at 24 miles an hour during the afternoon, and also in Cuero you're looking for 23, 24 mile an hour wind gusts. So on the blustery side with just a few little clouds passing overhead. Otherwise, we have the alerts for the next 3 days because it's a south wind, it's a northwest wind, it's a northeast wind, and then it's a south wind again. So it's a high wind depending on which direction you look. And that is your 7-day forecast, reminding everybody we do have a QR code. Love for you to scan that, put Crossroads Today on your phone. And here's Shauna.